Guys, it's TJ here from RBT looking at the nutritional overview. So basically what we got is we're looking at our nutritional plan and we can put our name in here. We'll do a sample one right now. So we weigh 65 and we're 168 centimeters. So 28 and our body fat's 20%. We find that out at reception. Our total intake for the day should be 1,795 on our training days. Protein here 195, our fat 77, and on our training days is 80 grams of carbs. 40 grams of carbs should be post-workout, okay, ladies? So if we switch across to the actual calculators, we look at here, this is our training day. It says at the top here. It tells us exactly what we did then. So remember, on training days after our workout, if we're training in the morning, that's when we need the carbs. So our meal one is, we're looking here, we're doing prawns, we're doing brown rice, or we can even do sweet potato, it doesn't matter. We're doing some cauliflower, and maybe we have 150 grams of prawns. We're having 130 grams of carbs, so it's 40 grams of carbs there, perfect. And we're having, say, 100 grams of cauliflower. It's one of our largest meals for the day, so we've got 440 calories, and we're hitting our macros just there. Our next one, what we need to do is we need to make sure our target here, what we work it out, needs to hit our target over here. So meal 2, we have our lean beef mince. So we have 150 grams. With that, we have 30 grams of avo. We have kale. We want to put like maybe 100 grams of kale, and we end up having some cauliflower for 100 grams as well. So we've got a 300 calorie meal just here. Meal 3, we can change that fillet steak to something, but let's just say we keep it as a fillet steak. We're going to keep the fats. We can go, if we want to keep that, or we can go to our coconut oil. So we're cooking coconut oil, and we have cooking 5 grams of coconut oil. We have our cucumber. We have 200 grams of cucumber just there. So we're 380 for this one. Kangaroo. Let's see how we have kangaroo meal 4. 150 grams. Asparagus, let's say 150 grams of asparagus. And we want to also have some more veggies, so let's go green beans for 150 grams as well. With 357 here. And our last one, so we've got chicken breast, 150 calories of chicken breast. We're just over with our fats now, you can see, right? But if we're about 6 to 8 grams over, that's fine. Our fats are up there, so we can't have avocado. We need to have maybe we want to have some capsicum. Okay, so 100, or say we have 50 grams of capsicum. We have we want to have some green beans again, and that brings it up a little bit more. We want to have some green cabbage in there. So we're 30 calories under. Our carbs are a little bit low for the day. So we just need to play around. Like, it's going to be hard eating your carbs it's going to be hard eating the carbs to 80 grams because we're eating it so much through our vegetables. Don't be too stressed here about being under with your carbohydrates by too much, okay? So it's just fine to be under by about 20 grams with the carbs, totally fine, as long as the biggest thing is you're getting 40 grams post-workout with your carbs. So that's exactly how we work it out for the day. Like I said just here, we're only 35 calories under. It's completely fine. Now if we look at our non-training day, these are the days that we don't have our carbohydrates, right? So we're only keeping 40 grams of carbohydrates or less. So we look at here, we wake up and we're having, say we have turkey breast in the morning, okay? So we have turkey breast, capsicum, maybe we have a little bit of egg in there as well. And we're going to drop that turkey breast down to 80 grams because that would be a really big omelette. So we have our egg, 100 grams of eggs, 80 grams of turkey breast, some capsicum, we have some spinach in there as well. So as you can see, girls, this or we have some green beans, so 100 grams instead. It just takes some playing around. Today, all we want to do is have 1,300 calories, which is 163 carbs. We hit 1795. We've got 195, 40, and 95 grams of fats. So we go to our next one, chicken breast. So we want to have with some avo, or even we go with some pistachios. Like, it doesn't matter too much. That bumps up our fats pretty high straight up. And we do that with some cucumber. We have 200 grams of cucumber. Just like that. We go into, instead of chicken breast for the next one, we end up eating some, let's have some prawns. Let's have 150 grams of prawns. So you can see it's coming up. We're nearly hitting our calories now. We're hitting our, so we have our watercress. We're having 100 grams of watercress. And we have with that, we have some artichokes maybe. And we have 50 grams of artichokes. Just there. You can see it's slowly climbing up to nearly hit our macros. Remember, carbs just under 40 grams. That's what we want to have. So it doesn't matter if it's too much under. Our fat's nearly there. Our protein requirement's nearly there. So we can change this around as much as we want. If we don't have to have say we want to have lean pork for dinner, that's completely fine. It bumps up our calories a little bit. So we want to have lean pork for 2, or we want to have snapper. So 255, or we want to change that snapper into lobster, because you're killing the lobster these days. So whatever you really want, you can change it around. You can see how the calories slightly just change. It doesn't matter too much. It's just, if you want to just make sure you're hitting your macros, and we want to go, so we go up into our coconut oil, because we're cooking it in coconut oil. We're not cooking in 20 grams, we're cooking in 5 grams of coconut oil. So we're just a little bit above our calories, our fats in grams, so that's fine, just being a little bit above. Our protein's just a little bit under, and our calories are just a little bit under. So maybe what we need to do is we need to bump it up to maybe 170 and 170. Our vegetables really have basically nothing in them as far as it. That's why the carbs stay low. Okay, so we can take this down to 2, and we're only just above still. But if you look at the calories, we're very close to our calories, our proteins as well. So we're pretty much hitting everything perfectly. So it means we're going to have a turkey breast for breakfast, a chicken breast, a prawns, a trout, and a lean pork. You know, if I add in my carbohydrates, so I have like my cauliflower, I can put 100 grams, or even like say 200 grams, say you do a puree there, it's going to bump up my calories a little bit more. And say you want to do some form of like broccoli soup, just there. So yeah, you have 100 grams of broccoli, and that's going to be there. So our protein is over by 5.5 grams, just there. If we want to try and drop this coconut oil out, we can. It's going to bring down our fats. So we're only 6 grams over there. Our carbs are under, but that's fine. Remember, that's okay. We're only 0.5 over, and we're 50 grams under for calories. So just there shows you exactly how to work it out. Remember, girls, it's okay to be just under with your calories. It's okay to be just under or over with your proteins and fats. As much herbs as spices as you need, that's completely fine. And that's exactly how you use the nutrition calculator.